Namaskar and welcome to a new episode of Konnakol 2020, the series in which every day of the year I show you something about Konnakol, that is, the art and science of the vocal percussion tradition of South India. I am Carlitos from Slovenia and today is June the 5th. And just in the previous take, I said today it was May the 5th. So you can see how these weird times can mess with your brain. Anyway, today, as promised, we are looking at a different way of performing the Korvai that I presented in last episode, that is in episode 156. The structure of the Korvai remains exactly the same. That is, it has 128 aksharas and it's 4 avartanams long in Chaturashranadai, Madhyamakalam, Aditalam. Everything is exactly the same. So for all those details, you can just check yesterday's episodes again. So, as we all know, Korvai is a type of composition that is very conclusive. You, for one thing, you finish your solo when you are playing mridangam or any other percussion instrument with a Korvai. It's something very conclusive. You might have been playing already for, 20 minutes, and you finish always with a Korvai. So, perhaps because of that, you play a Korvai always 3 times. You can play it straight, that is the same exact, in the exact same way 3 times, or you can have fun with it. And today what I'm going to show you is one way that you can have fun with the composition we saw yesterday. Yesterday I didn't use colors, but today I am, because you'll see why. So here you have the structure of the Korvai as I presented it yesterday. The only difference here is that I have copy-pasted it 2 more times so that you see that the Korvai is repeated exactly the same 3 times. This would be the standard way of performing this, and it would be absolutely fine, right? You could just start, ThaDhiThakajunu Dhim, ThaDhiThakajunu Dhim, DhimThaDhim DhimThaDhim, ThakajunuDhimTha Dhim, ThakajunuDhimTha Dhim, KitathakaTharikita DhimThaDhim, DhimThaDhim, ThaDhim Dhim, etc. And you can do all that 3 times. And you would probably not, let's say, astound many of the people in the audience. So what could you do? Well, this is something that I really like, because what we will do here, we're going to reshuffle these letters, these parts. And it's very important that you see here what the letters represent. You see from A to G, and how the way that they are centered, aligned to the right. That is so that you can see that the way in which we arrived at all these different letters is by chopping off the very first beat. And by the magic of editing, now you're going to see what we could do to make this Korvai more interesting. What just happened is that the third iteration, the third time that we would perform this, we would do a reshuffling. That means that the first 2 remain exactly the same, but the third, look what's going on. And that's what I think the colors help. What we're doing is we're starting with an A, just like before, but then we don't repeat the A. What we do is that we take the last letter, what we call a G, and we play that instead. So we are coupling the longest and the shortest phrase together. And then what we do is we take the second longest and the second shortest. Those are the letters that we call B and F. And then we continue that. So we pick the C and the E, because it's the third longest and the third shortest. And then we reach the middle. And you can see here how interesting this is, because you can see all the Ds, which are in purple, they all align, right, in all the 3 lines. That is because here you have reached the middle and, you don't have anything to do but to play the 2 Ds side by side, which are ThaDhim ThakajunuDhimTha. And then you continue drifting along. So the next item that you have is the opposite, the reverse of the previous one. So instead of performing CE, we perform EC. And then we do FB. And then finally we reach the end in which we play GA. And by the way, the rest of the Korvai, the Tirmanam, the parts that are in white here, they are absolutely the same. You don't mess with them. And here are the transcriptions, right, side by side, of both the first and second parts on the left, and then of the right time that we say this Korvai on the right. And you can see just by looking at the colors, don't try to recite this on your own. Just look at the colors and see what's happening, right? Instead of having two phrases in red, we have only one. And the second time that we see the red is at the end. That's how I wanted to visualize more or less what's going on. And I'm going now to perform the third time only, so you can see how it sounds, how it grooves differently. And maybe in some other episodes I will perform all of these three together. So if you want to try to join, you are always welcome to do that. So let's do it. ThaDhiThakajunu DhimThaDhim, DhimThaKajunu ThimThaDhim, ThakajunuDhimTha DhimThaDhim, KitathimThaDhim, KitathimThaDhim, DhimThaDhim ThakajunuDhimThaDhim, ThaDhim ThakajunuDhimThaDhim, Dhim ThaDhiThakajunu KitathakaTharikita Dhom, KitathakaTharikita Dhom, KitathakaTharikita Dhim, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, Dhim, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, ThaKitathakaTharikita Dhom, Dhim. So there you have it. This is the variation of how to perform Korvai that was yesterday pretty, standard, pretty straight. So we are shuffle things around, and this is what I have prepared for you today. I hope you like it. You are always welcome to leave your feedback either here in the YouTube comments or on my Facebook page, or you can contact me on my social networks and all that. If you find that this is something you like, you are welcome to subscribe to the YouTube channel and all those things that you know about that help with extending the reach of this little project. So that's all from me today. Thanks a lot for watching. I have been Carlitos from Slovenia, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.